Okay, so I'm back in Pokhara again. It's good to be back. Fuel situation's not great. Still, the fuel blockade is still ongoing, but still managing to hire a few bikes, still managing to get a few litres of fuel here and there. And I'm on an FZS again, Yamaha FZS 150. Been a bit critical of this bike in the past, and again, still can't really find one in good condition. This one, the brake lever feels horrible, clutch lever feels horrible, the front fork seals have burst, so there's just fork oil leaking everywhere. It's got these horrible hand grips on them which just feel like I'm grabbing hold of a couple of massive dildos. Not that I know what grabbing hold of a dildo feels like, you know what I mean. So yeah, not a perfect bike really, but it's still probably better than a Pulsar 150, so we're just going to head out onto outside of Pokhara again. Haven't been on this road for a few years, can't imagine it's changed much. Good thing about this bike is at least it does seem to rev, unlike the other ones I've hired where they've had clutch slipping problems. This isn't quite like the BP highway I was on the other day, so got to be a little bit more careful on this road. The surface is pretty dodgy. But yeah, it's good to be back. Again, I seem to be really unlucky with weather. Every time I come to Nepal, no matter what time of year it is, there just seems to be cloud. So I never really get to see any mountains. But you don't need to look at mountains when you're riding a bike anyway. Again, the tyres on this are pretty worn out. The back one's not in bad shape, but the front one's pretty shit. So it's only a little 150cc thing, this thing, so you've got to give it a bit of stick really to get anywhere. It's a mono shock, this one, as opposed to a twin shock. Don't think that really makes much difference on a bike like this, to be honest. Still doesn't really seem to help it much through the corners. Doesn't seem to handle too badly, this one though, compared to other FZs I've ridden. Certainly coming uphill was not really this bike's strong point. The back brake is a drum brake on this, but it's really grabby, so if I use the back brake quite a lot through the corners just to scrub off a bit of speed. But on this it just seems to grab and lock up quite quickly, so got to be quite careful. Can't remember this road at all, but a lot of the roads around here just all look the bloody same. Ooh, fucking mid-corner bumps, man. Oof. Yeah, it might just be because the front forks have burst on this thing, but it does feel pretty stiff, this bike. I think that was the same complaint I had with it last time I rode, is it just feels a little bit stiff. The seat's nice and comfy, but yeah, the suspension feels a little bit stiff. Doesn't have a lot of damping. So I managed to get a few litres of fuel, about 350 rupees a litre, which is pretty expensive, but actually not bad really, considering that's black market fuel. Usually you're paying about 100 rupees a litre when the situation's normal. But yeah, can't complain really. Well, I mean, I can. It's a stupid situation, this whole fuel blockade, really. The situation does seem to be improving a little bit. I mean, it's the middle of December now, and apparently the Madesi protests down at the Tarai are starting to wean out a little bit now. There's, I think the problem is they're kind of becoming victims of their own protest. You know, there's no supplies coming in, businesses aren't getting any money, schools and hospitals are suffering, so I think it's a question of they've kind of had to yield a little bit now and start letting more stuff through. It's still going to take a long time for things to get back to normal, I think. I mean, even if the blockade ended like tomorrow, it's still going to take months and months for things to get back to normal here. They're still reeling from the earthquake, and there's no real construction that's been going on. All the aid money that's been coming in hasn't really been filtering down anywhere, so it's still a bit of a mess at the moment, the whole political situation here. But I have to say, as a tourist, I'm not really affected by it that much. And I think if you are thinking of coming here, then I don't think really you'll be affected by it that much. You know, if you're just coming trekking or something like that, it's not that big of a problem. Even if you want to come and ride some motorbikes, you can still do it. There's still fuel around. You just got to pay about 3 times more for fuel. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not that big a problem, really. So, although I think the greater population of this country are suffering a little bit, or quite a lot in some cases, as a tourist, you don't really get affected by it too much. And you can still come here and have an amazing time. I've forgotten how bumpy this road was. This is hard work. Backsliding a little bit. A little bit of a prang. Fluids on the road, bits of plastic. Oh dear. Looks like a couple of buses might have just clipped each other a little bit. Oh shit. Oh dear. That's why you need to be careful on these roads. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, God, brakes aren't very good. Lovely views. Well, they got barriers here now. That'll help when I inevitably fall off one day. I don't think I'm going to get right to the end of this road. It's I don't know, I still don't really like this bike. I don't know what it is. I mean, I suppose it feels better than a Pulsar 150. But, I don't know, it just doesn't really feel like anything particularly special, to be honest. I suppose it doesn't handle too badly. I think the tyres on it are actually quite good. They certainly seem to have a slightly better profile than the Duke. I don't know if that's just the condition of them or what, but oh, peacocks! Wow, lots of cool wildlife around here. Come on! Give me some power! Well, at least the engine in this one seems to be in pretty good condition. Some of the other FZs I've ridden just have really bad clutches, just really poorly maintained. At least the engine on this feels alright. I apologise for my constant sniffing. I've still got a really bad cold. I haven't been able to shake it off for about a week now. That looks a bit treacherous down there. Oh, are we at the top already? And yeah, I think we're kind of near the top now of this little road. This does go on and on. I mean, this road I think goes all the way down to what's it called? not Chitwan, I can't remember what it's called. Lumbini, I think this is the road where you follow, it goes all the way to Lumbini, possibly, I don't know, maybe. Oh look, mountains. I'm going to turn around, I think. Haven't seen a lot of mountains. It's been pretty cloudy these last few weeks, which kind of sucks, but it's cool. I didn't come here just to see mountains. But look, there they are, mountains. Let's pull over and get a photo of the mountains before they hide behind the cloud again. Oh, it even finds neutral. That's a rarity. Nearly every hire bike I hired has a problem finding neutral.